Well, it's just gone 4 o'clock actually on our second day, though we didn't start till sunset yesterday. And I've just been spending quite a bit of time making a decent meal because I didn't make it yesterday, and that was unfortunate because it actually got pretty rough and I just was not in a position to start doing some major cooking. So I made do with a tin of baked beans. In fact, I have to admit to that, but I actually quite like baked beans, so that was okay. And so now we're motoring, and we were having a very nice pleasant sail a little bit before, and then the wind has just died really right down to about 3 or 4 knots from the northeast, and we're making northwest-ish, west-northwest actually. I had tried to change my course to go down below the Lau group, which is a whole nightmare of atolls and reefs to avoid, some of which aren't actually shown in the correct place on the charts. So a bit of a worry when you're liable to be going through those at night. So I tried changing course to go southwest to come up, keeping more clear of them. And we were going along quite happily, sailing quite nicely actually, when suddenly the wind, massive wind, came up from the southwest, pretty well the direction we were headed. There was quite a lot of grey cloud around at the time, and I know that the weather is forecast to bring, there's supposed to be a front coming through, and the wind is supposed to have died off to not very much as it has now. And then the front's going to come through, and our course our winds will change from north-ish all the way round to south, or maybe south-southwest. Anyway, with that cloud, suddenly we had the southwest wind. I was really quite surprised, and major problem. We went off course several times. I had the Genoa almost completely out, and second reef in the main from the problems I'd had overnight, and really having a trouble. So I took the Genoa in completely, switched on the motor, and we were able to get back on track, but not to head southwest. That was absolutely not possible. So I've had to revert back to my original course, which was going more west-northwest, and that's proving fine. As I say, I was actually then able to turn off the motor and sail for a bit in very pleasant sunny conditions. The cloud completely cleared away, but now the wind's died again, and as I was making my meal I could feel that we were slowing down. And now I've just been on the radio, actually the SSB radio, to check into the Pacific Seafarers Net, give my position there and let them know where I've come from and to, so they keep an eye. That's a kind of a safety thing. And people that I know quite well now from the radio, been doing that for years. Whenever I'm on passage I check in with them. So present state of play is that we are hoping to get into Savu Savu by Wednesday sometime. I actually don't dare go too fast, because if I don't keep up something like an average of just 4.5 knots, I will end up just making landfall or getting too close in at night time, which is not a good thing to be doing. So I have got in my mind the fact that I really only want to make about 4.5 to 5 knots, and that would be fine. So that's the state of play at the moment, and I'm hoping that after a little bit the front will come through. This wind, the almost no wind, will stop and change around to a decent 15 knot southwest or south wind, hopefully actually. With the south wind or even south-southwest I can happily make my course. So that's the situation now. I'm really looking forward to that meal I've made, and it's a little bit, it has calmed down a bit, the situation, so very much better than it was. Okay, so I'll go up on deck. I probably won't be able to show the situation there, but I'll try to keep the video going while I go up on deck and show what's happening up there. So there we have blue sky, not much wind, and motoring.